What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, number one coin booster right now, Bobby Ross, for staying consistent with them coins. You best believe it, folks. So we got some breaking news for you, man, right now, regarding Conor McTapper. This came out a little while ago. He's going through with a civil case for allegedly graping this thing here. I mean, come on, man. I was fixing to really bring you the evidence, but come on, man. Look at this big walrus looking thing, man. Yeah, come on now. Come on now. We're talking McTapper. Yeah, McTapper can jump up on any OnlyFans thing, right? That's what you can do. Walrus looking at. Come on. I don't like McGregor like that. I think he's sleazy. I think there's no doubt, if these were feudal times, there's no doubt Conor McTapper would be swinging for adultery. There's no doubt about that. You see that one, people. That said, do you think he's putting it on this walrus looking ass? Is that what you think? McTapper, the clout he has, you bugging. Yeah, not to mention that, listen, if her story was super convincing, I listened to a podcast that Nicola Talent was doing it. She's kind of like an Irish crime type chick. She did a big breakdown on it all. I think they're pretty neutral, to be fair. They're not going in on McTapper. But the evidence I've heard, this chick, she was lying to her boyfriend. She didn't tell her boyfriend who she was going with. She lied to him. Oh, I'm just with the girls. More times she's meeting Conor McTapper. She was ringing McTapper's line, saying, where are you, where are you? I thought you said you're picking me up. So she's fiending for it. Yeah, I'm sick of hearing, we heard it with Mike Tyson as well. There's some corny estrogenic cats who tell me, OIB, Mike Tyson's a convicted rapist. Yeah, is he though? People, let me tell you now. And how I like to look at life is often, what would I say if it was my daughter? And the bottom line is, I have to be honest. Yeah? If my daughter's out there ringing some next famous Donny, begging him for a lift and lying to her boyfriend, oops, that's on you, baby girl. You play big woman games. And if you did get to the hotel room and it changed up, what are you expecting at 6 a.m? She's admitted she was Kinahan off her head. Off the Kinahan. Off the drink. This chick ain't that. Yeah, she might be walrus like, some people might say, but she's not that bitch. She had about 10 beers and 10 shots and 2 coca. So she messy with it as well. And probably a kebab, if we're honest. Throw the kebab in there as well. You had to come on now. Extra large kebab, I reckon. That's in the mix. It might have sobered her up. So you can't even, oh, I was drunk. You weren't that drunk. Because that extra large kebab you had, the second helping. Come on. Does this, people, this chick here, yeah, in my opinion, is the type of chick that, more time, if, let's say there's like a house party and people have ordered kebabs, and a lot of people at a house party ain't trying to eat the whole kebab. They take a few bites and leave it there, right? This chick here, she be hoovering it up. You finish with that? Listen. Come on, man. Come on. Now, McGregor has, to be fair to her, McGregor has admitted to caning it. He did admit that. So obviously she made, I don't know what these celebrity cabal man are on. I don't know what they're on. Yeah, because if it was me, it wouldn't be this thing here, that's for sure. So it makes you wonder, it makes you contemplate the times we're living in. If McTapper has to be in the mix with this thing here, like, do you know what I mean? Makes you question life, really. What's the point of having all that money, yeah, if you got to be knocking around with these things here? These are everyday things. Genuinely, if this thing came up to me and put it on me, I'd say no. I'd pass, legitimately. I wouldn't beat it. That's a fact. Even if I hadn't beat for 5 years. Yeah, come on now. Come on. Yeah, now don't get me wrong. I might go out for two Nando's with her. No doubt she's a good eater. Yeah, she ain't gonna sit there looking at the food. I'm full. She's gonna be there having a good old meal. So at least you get the value for money when you pay for a meal. There's nothing worse than going for a date and the chick's acting all brand new. Leaving half her shit. Yeah, this chick here will come out. She finished. She licked she wiped the plate clean, man. So yeah, a Nando's date, possibly. You see that one there? But to bring her back to the crib, it's one of two things going on. Why would McTapper be piping this thing? I think these celebrity cabal man, their head just goes buck wild. And we've heard stories of it, like Jeffrey Epstein. He needed to be satisfied 6 times a day. That's not human, especially at his age, 50 years old. I mean, them doing them kind of numbers, in my experience, you got to be 17 to 25 tops. Once you start hitting 30, if you're trying to cane 6 hours a day, you got a problem. You got an addiction. Because you get sore and you ain't got that... You ain't got an infidelity after the first or second or after the third round. Realistically, after 30, after the third round, if you even get to the third round, yeah? If you even get to the third round, you spent. Yeah? But he's Cabal, man. The Shaitan craves soul. Fresh soul as well. That's why. So, Muktappa's probably ran through all the 10s, 9s and 8s. So now he's just... The entity within him is just looking to absorb energy. And that's how this chick ended up in there. But yeah, listen. Bottom line, folks, you can read into the case. I'm not going to go into the details. I'll tell you the details now, in fact. She was begging him. Muktappa said he might come check her later. She was ringing his phone. Whoop-de-whoop. Where are you? Well, I thought you were coming. I thought you were putting pressure on him like that. Yeah? He eventually turns up, picks her up, takes her back to the hotel. And then a few things allegedly happened and she didn't like it. This was 6 years ago. Now, there is some evidence. She was texting her boyfriend saying, or when she got home to her boyfriend, she was saying to him, I've been abused and whatnot. Not telling him that she got the caning by Muktappa. So I guess we do get into a bit of an ethical thing here. YB, you've just said if your daughter was acting buck wild, does she deserve to get violated? And I mean, I don't know, man. Obviously, I'd feel for my daughter, but ultimately, man, you have to teach your children. You play dumbass games and you win dumbass prizes. What do you expect? What do you think you were going to do? Give you the princess treatment in there? He couldn't be giving you the take that, slapping your backside, clipping you upside your head from the back. Take that. What do you think these celebrity Shaitanic individuals are on? They ain't on. He ain't trying to give you the princess treatment and be kissing and shit. The Shaitan trying to get off. So I tell my kids that straight up. Yeah, don't come on now. What? You see how he treats his wife as such? Yeah, you see how he. And the worst thing is, this chick, yeah, is actually one of D. Devlin's. What was it again? It's like one of D. Devlin's close friends, his cousin, or something like that. Or it was something like Conor McGregor's sister's friends. It was pretty close to home as well. Pretty close to home. So really, again, you was pieing off your boyfriend. You lied to him. That got brought up in court. She lied to her boyfriend. She was that in herself. That makes it a conspiracy. You conspired with Muktappa to receive. Take that. Yeah. And again, if this was feudal times, your husband would win an adultery case, and you'd be swinging. So let's talk that. Let's start there. Let's start where the conspiracy did not start when Muktappa lost his head. The Shaitan took over, and he started giving his chick from the back and clapping her upside her head. To Andrew Tate as well. I think all these celebrity cabal man are like that. To be honest, I don't think. For me, Tate ain't beating the charges either. Do I believe he's gone up there and the Shaitan took over? I do believe that. I think it's not a chance. Yeah, all these top cabal dudes. Top celebrity cabal dudes, they all end up the same way. Russell Brand, this dude, Epstein, Tate. There's something in there. The Shaitan get inside them and it send them buck wild. Now, to be fair, there are some freaky deaky emo chicks who like all that grabbing and whatnot. So I guess you can say, well, if you have a few freaky deaky emo chicks that like all that aggressive thing, then maybe you just think that's what's normal. You can read between the lines though. Normally, someone either likes it and they're gagging for it, or they're not. Still, the point remains: this chick who is close to D. Devlin, close to Conor McGregor's wife, she knows what the deal was. She's lying to her boyfriend. She's deceiving D. Devlin, who's supposed to be a friend or something. One of them, you know what I mean? A friend of a friend who you know. It was connected somehow. I forgot exactly how, but it's something like that. Like it was Conor McGregor's sister's friend, or it was D. Devlin's something. D. Devlin's sister's friend. They knew it was known kind of thing. And you was sitting there trifling, trying to essentially shit on D. Now, I don't rate D like that, because she's playing herself at this point. She's a muggins. Yeah? mugging herself off, and I got videos coming in a second. But for this chick here now to play victim, after conspiring to do what she did, conspiring to deceive her man, conspiring to deceive D, that there is Judas. And now, come on now. You really want to hear Judas crying and whining? No one does. So, at a certain point in life, you have to take personal responsibility. Yeah, let me tell you now, any young women out there, man, don't be wilding for these celebrity yeah? These celebrity man, no matter what they tell you, they ain't gonna marry you. Conor ain't even married his actual wife who's got his kids. What planet you? He don't even treat her well. Come on. Come on. He boys her off to her face in public. The boys her off. And you thought, what did you think were going to happen? You were going to go to Nobu. Yeah, for some overpriced steak. And get the kind of, the slow Stevie Wonder loving. Is that what you thought? This chick here thought Tapper was going to take her to the hotel room at 4 a.m. and put Stevie Wonder on. Make some of that slow. Oh, baby. Look, come on now. Come on now. You gotta have a bit of nous about you, and if you don't, that's on you. But you have to suck it up, and you have to salute the game at that point and say, "Hey man, listen, that's an L I need to live with." Yeah, there's consequences to actions in life. If you choose to be wilding out there, lying to your boyfriend, you got a boyfriend at home. What are you doing? Partying? It's not like, for example, there are some cuck man. There's some cuck man, yeah, who would love nothing more than McTapper to give their missus to take that. But if you're lying to your man sitting at home, you're telling him, she told her man who was sitting at home with a newborn baby or relatively young baby, and she was telling him, "Oh, I'm going out with the girls. Is it okay if I stay longer?" Meanwhile, she was literally with McTapper. So it's like, you're boying off your husband and your baby, essentially, to chill with a celebrity dude you ain't never met a day in your life. What does that say about you? Don't tell me that, oh, come on now. You pied them off. You pied your family off and lied to them. And you weren't fixing to get the cane? You weren't fixing to get the Willy Wonka? Who you lying to, man? You ain't lying to me. We know what you was doing. Come on now. Oh yeah, I expected. I lied to my husband. I lied to my boyfriend. I lied to my baby because I just thought we were gonna sit there and play Ip Dip Do. If you was really planning on playing Ip Dip Do, you'd have said, "Hey baby, guess what? McTapper's in the house. Come through, boo. Let's all sit here and play Monopoly." You were on that. You didn't want your man nowhere near it. You didn't want your man nowhere near it. And the worst thing is, in the court documents, it comes out that her man. She was, "Oh, I didn't want to tell my man because then he'd be worried." You got that right. Because McTapper's notorious in Ireland. He's notorious. And even if he wasn't notorious, I wouldn't want my bird leaving me at home with the mutt. You're leaving me at home with a brand new mutt to be buck wild with a celebrity, and even if you ain't buck wild, to be with us. What the fuck are we doing here, man? You dusty ass out of here. That's what you should have told this walrus looking thing. Stay there. That's what I'd have said. I picked the phone. "Hey man, stay at that moody hotel, man. Just stay there. I don't want to see your ass no more." Because you ain't even like that. Come on now. You average. Like, people, average females need to hold pat. Yeah? You might need to be doing the dishes. 100 cooking. You ain't got no time to be partying. Like, come on now. Yeah? If this was a primo ting, you could say, "Well, man." But this thing here, she needs to be cooking, cleaning, not partying. That's the last on her list. She'd be grateful. She got a man like that who holding her down and prepared to stay with the kid while she have a girls' night. You should have been grateful, right? At that point, not taking liberties. So, for me, I'm not interested what happened in that hotel room. At a certain point, that's on you. It's on you. What business what business you got going back to this hotel room? You could have said, "Oh," and even that, even going to the club's one thing, but you could have stayed in a club in a public place. The minute you got to that hotel, you could have said, "You know what, man, I ain't really down to go to a hotel for what? What do people do in hotels, folks? All there is in a hotel is a bed. Yes, McTapper's going to have the primo suite and there's multiple rooms, but really, what are you doing there? As a woman in a relationship who's got a baby at home, what are you doing there? That's the better question. That's the question the court wants to ask this trick. And again, on the evidence, it actually comes out that this is a civil case. So it's not involved, there's no criminal prosecution. This is civil. So And the reason it's civil and not criminal, she tried to make it criminal. And the Crown, or the Irish version of the Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, came back and said, no, there's not enough evidence here. And in these days, in these estrogenic times, they can't wait to jump on these cases. I had a friend who got caught up, as it happens, in one of them ones. So these normally, if there's a smidgen of evidence, they'll jump all over it. You can always lose in court, right? You don't need to be absolutely certain to bring a court case in the criminal court. There's a higher bar than the civil case, but still, they said we don't even want to try it in court. We don't think you got to look in edgeways of winning. She took it to the civil court. Listen, let this be a lesson. Yeah, let this be a lesson. Let me tell you now. Let the Don YB tell you now. There's nothing good with these celebrity cats. Even look at the boxer. Look at Richard Riugpur. He was hanging out with Madonna. All of his life force got drained. Big hardback Nick too. He should have been solid. Instead, come on, you saw what happened to Richard Riugpur. He fell off. The Madonna Shaitan Baphomet. He come out looking like this. Just sucked the life out. Sucked the life out of his naive looking ass. That's what she did. So this chick here need to run it up to the game. Yeah. Bottom line. Anyway, let's get to the bits I want to show you about McTapper. Because McTapper is well documented. He is a shaitanic individual. Yeah. All about the gear, all about the drink, all about the women. Which is how they all more or less end up going at some point. And I actually used to look up to McGregor as almost like a spiritual guider. He seemed to be quite zen, but he fell off. And he's gone into debauchery. That is his lifestyle now, debaucherous. He reminds me of that Roman guy. Who was it? What's his name? The Roman guy. The Roman emperor who lost his head. I forgot the name now, but there's a few mad ones still, but they're one of them ones that reminds me of. The power has gone to his head and he's buck wild. Yeah? Let's watch these videos now, McTapper. And this is just two examples. I mean, this came out the other day, but on any given day, McTapper, you see him acting a certain way of a brand new female we've never seen before. Here we go.
Mark, what's up, my man? I heard about your amazing run you have lined up, doing it for the cause. God bless you, brother. Jog on.
Good luck, Mark. Woo!
Mark.
Look how close he is. Like, that chick looks like she's sitting on his lap. But in a friendly situation, you ain't going to get that close. He's proper, like, way close.
What's up?
Look at that. You don't... A married man, yeah. Who is this? It's not his sister. And she's way too grinning for it to be your sister. That's a trick there. This is what McTapper does. There's nothing wrong with it. Well, in my opinion, there is something wrong with it, actually. But then again, D. Devlin accepts it. So she wants to punk herself. But I think it's to treat your... I know it's not his wife officially, but essentially. She's been there as well when he didn't have a bean. When he was bumming out on Universal Credit, she was there. So it's bad enough doing it not in public, but to be out there on a private jet with two bimbos, it's like, man, what's wrong with this guy? But again, it's the shaitan. McTapper, I don't believe, would have done this 10 years ago. The money, the power has gone straight to his head, as it does most of them. He seemed like quite a respectful individual. They're talking about honour and family, and now he's out there with the bimbos. And this is the worst one. This is actually in front of D. You can see me. This is the BKFC champion, and he starts pulling her hair, and then the video switches, and D's just there, and she's just cucked. It's really quite sad to watch. Here we go. So at this point, you think, okay, McTapper's out. He's fixing to have a dance with this thing here and take her back to his hotel room for the tick. The next thing you know, D's there, and he pulls D's hair as well. To kind of say, oh, don't worry, I haven't forgot about you. Watch. He pulls her hair as well. But it's just and she's just there. I mean, come on now, people. What do you think happened? Imagine that. Imagine even if your missus, but unless your missus is on the swingers or on the sharing is caring, what woman is going to be down with this thing here? Some random ass chick. And McTapper, he runs the BKFC. He's a shareholder. So he has, oh, come on now. What are the chances he's caned this thing? He's caned it at least 10 times. Fact. Okay, that's at least as well. That's the starting. The starting bids are at 10 times he's caned this thing here. Because he would have give it the, let's come to my hotel room and let's talk about your next fight. Bash. Come on now. This is the Shekel Weinstein play. They've been doing this. Come to my hotel room. Let's talk about the script. Bash. Your booty hole get got for the script. That's what your booty hole got. That's what your booty hole did for the script. Take it. You got Mick Mills for the script. Listen, if you want on this script, you're gonna take it. Yeah. That's what you can do. So this chick here, talking about her next fight, went to the hotel room and she down for it to be. This chick here, she's not all sour looking like this one. The thing about this one here is come on now, 20 kilo later. That's what 20 kilos will do, to be fair. Once you've put 20 kilos on post-pregnancy, you're going to be bitter about a lot of things in your life, I believe. This chick here, she got to take that in the hotel room with McTapper, but she's still on. She's lean. She got the little whatever she got going on. So she ain't bitter yet, but in 10 years, she'll probably come out as well and say, McTapper took me to my whole... It was abuse of power, and it probably was, to be honest, but still. Anyway, watch this again. Imagine you're out and you look at this and you start grabbing up another female's hair and your missus. It just shows you she must be dying inside. Dee starts taking a sip of drink, but look, she starts sipping. She must be. Other people are seeing it as well. It's one of them ones where if it's going to happen, you'd rather just be at home and not know it's happening. The lack of respect to be doing it, sparking her face. Now we don't know. To be fair, Dee might be. Historically, I've got Paris Fury vibes from Dee. Quite wholesome, but these cats, she might be on the swingers, she might be on the freaky deaky. That's why McTapper's acting this way. Cause to be honest, I don't even think Tyson Fury would dare. Tyson Fury will do it, not blatantly, but Tyson Fury wouldn't even do that spark in front of her. And his reaction, he's just proper like, he's smiling and loving it. He's loving life off La Coca. And she's not exactly bent out of shape. Now we don't know whether she's not bent out of shape because she's trying to protect the image, and she doesn't want to end up like Dana White versus his wife on camera. Babash. Equally, she could just be on the swingers. She could be thinking, yep, he's picked one, and we're fixing to go back to the hotel room, and all three of us, we'll all be pulling some hair. You just don't know, and that's how it's leaning to me. For McTapper to be acting this buck wild with different women everywhere, Dee must be down one way or another, whether she's partaking in the freakiness, or whether... Well, clearly she knows when she's just cooked. She's dying inside. It's quite horrible. But again, we don't know. She might be down. She might be like buzzing for it. She might be like, oh, send me the video, Conor, if you want to play with this bird here. I want to watch. And fat myself off and flick the beans. Anyway. Women have got to come more correct. And that doesn't absolve McTapper. He's no good. But you know that, right? You know that. You know that. You know he's no good. You know he's no good. So women, you got to be a bit smarter, man. You got to be a bit smarter and handle your business better. That's what you got to be doing. I shouldn't have to say this, but don't go back to a random celebrity's hotel room, all sneaky and lying to your partner and shit, and think things are going to be sweet. And you knew they weren't going to be sweet, man. That's why you were lying. She knew she was going to get there. It probably just was a little bit more aggressive than she's used to. Because she's been having that, oh, we've got 3 kids, Willie. Yeah? McTapper's out here off the coca drink Willie. Party Willie. Party Willie, by definition, has to be explosive and it's edgy. Yeah? She's coming off the 3 kids and a dusty dude at home, Willie. So she ain't... McTapper might have just been doing it, giving it the... rolling off, popping it, take that, take it. Plus you throw in the satanic element here. He's no doubt possessed by the celebrity demonic entities that gets them all Russell Brand, McTapper. I think Epstein was it as well. What 50-year-old man do you know needs to beat 6 times a day? That's just not that's not human. I'm sorry. No doubt there'll be some old dudes out there who want to claim they really like that. Come on now, you're lying to yourself. No one's that day in day out. Maybe one day, even that though, even one day mustering up 6 sessions. It's just excessive. You've got to have something. There's got to be an entity inside you. That's what I believe. Epstein was like 60 years old. The fuck? Yeah. Even at 17, I remember doing them kind of sessions a day, and it's 6-7's that's like a one-off, and you got the whole week to recover to the next weekend. Yeah. Not every day. The satanic entities. So it's an L for this chick here. She needs counselling. That's what she needs to be referred to, counselling. To talk through why she made the decisions she chose to make. Again, that does not absolve him, but he gonna do what he gonna do. He is of the celebrity class. Don't expect to be more. You're not his wife. What does a celebrity, demonic individual want with you when he's got a wife and kids at home? He want the freaky deaky. Yeah, because if he wanted a homely ting, if he wanted a homely mum of 3 ting, he'd just go back to D, right? He'd go back to D and give her the homely mum of 3 ting. He'd go home and give her the Stevie Wonder. If Conor McTapper wanted to go anywhere and put the Stevie Wonder on and give her the slow beats, he'd go home and do that. You the party beats, man. Anyway, man, stop crying, man. Stop crying. Take responsibility for your actions. That's what you must do. Because this guy thirsty and demonic. And if you had someone like the YB around you, I'd have been patting you with them bars. I'd have told you straight. Any female around me who said, "Oh, YB, guess who I'm meeting?" I said, "Listen, I'm really happy for you. Yeah, but expect." Yeah, that's what to expect. And if that's what you're down for, man, don't come to me crying. Don't bother, there'll be no sympathy here. There'll be no sympathy at all. That's what you signed up for. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about these bars, people. Stop it.